Chamber of the world. Shout out to TD Sports. TD Sports. Let's go, chat.
What's good, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great Wednesday, January 22nd, 2025. We're doing a little live because I got a guest on tonight, a special guest for me because we have a fighter from the Bronx, and you guys know how I love, my borough, and it's none other than, undefeated super featherweight Ofacio, the sniper Falcon. And we're having technical difficulties already, just like they jinxed me earlier. Hold on one second. I don't know what's going on now. I pressed the wrong thing.
You hear me now?
All right, I got you. What's good, Ofacio? Nah, I had to
How you doing,
put the wrong thing up. I messed up. But what's good, Ofacio, man? Welcome to the show again. How's everything with you, bro?
How you doing, bro? I'm good, and you?
Can't call it.
How you guys doing?
Chilling. And my man D Free, what's good, D Free? How's everything, bro?
Man, everything good, man. Little upset, but not depressed about my Notre Dame. But other than that, we good.
Yeah, it was a bad loss, but they competed and they came back. They made it a game. They had opportunities, but what can you do? That's the game. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm losing parlays. I quit, bro.
What's crazy? I was just about to ask you about how you did your parlay after Friday, after we did our football picks. Not good.
No.
But let me ask you a question. If you're doing parlays, how many teams you doing? I can't.
I'm not gonna lie. I'll be abusing it. That's what it is. I abuse it. I parlay everybody, like who I think is gonna win. If it's 9 games, I'm making 9 legs.
Nah, that's crazy. You can't do that, bro.
Yo, bro, believe it or not, I'm gonna tell you a quick story real quick. One day I don't know nothing at the time. Last year I didn't know nothing about baseball, right? And I put $5 on 4 people to hit a home run. And 3 of them hit a home run, and the last one they gave me like a cash out of like 600 and I think it was $47. But if all 4 hit, I would have won $34,000. I cashed out and I put hold on, wait, because I didn't know there was 9 innings. I thought there was 8, and it was the 8th one. So I was wondering why they was giving me bro. I cashed out. I put the $41 out of the $600 on the last guy to hit. As soon as I pressed bet on FanDuel, he hit the home run. So I would have won $34,000 and I ended up coming back with $1,100.
Damn. Wait, why? Because you didn't know it was not. Oh man.
I didn't know there was 9 innings, bro. I didn't know that. And they were tied too. And now I know that if it was tied, they would have won another. They would have kept going until somebody scored.
They would have kept going.
So
yeah.
Look, that was it right there.
Jesus.
That was it right there. See, look at the odds.
You got to stay away from them big parlays, bro.
I
9 teams, 8 teams. It's crazy. D-Free be doing the same thing.
Yeah,
D-Free, you be doing them big parlays
with me, bro. Right? We can make them together, bro.
D-Free's been hot. You got to take D-Free's picks. He's been doing good on his football bets. Like when we do the show, D-Free's been doing really good. Yeah.
Nah,
let me go. I'm gonna go to the chat real quick before we start because I know some people in here they want to ask questions and stuff. My man Frontline, he's a funny guy. He says, "Yeah, buddy, we're here to answer Dominican or Puerto Ricans." He's a clown. He be clowning me. He be saying that I be rooting for Dominicans more than Puerto Ricans. He's a clown. Salute. What's this? Boss Jobs. My man Clarence. Clarence. Salute to Clarence.
Yeah, how you doing?
Lion of Judah. Salute. Skywalker, DP Rocker, salute to everybody in the building. Kui. Who else is in here? My man PYP Boxing, salute to you, bro. That's David. Is that David? I'm not sure if that's David or not. My man Raheem, what's good from Pro Se? I think you know Raheem as well from Pro Se.
Yeah, Pro Se, yeah.
Yeah, but salute to everybody in the building. We're just gonna have a conversation and stuff. See how my man Ofacio's doing. First things first, man. Do you got a fight coming up or not?
They're telling me I'm supposed to fight March 16 in Madison Square Garden again. I was supposed to fight on the February 14th card with Keyshawn and all them guys, but I don't know what happened. I guess the card got packed. They put their guys on. I'm hearing rumors Top Rank might switch over to the Zone or something like that. The Zone.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's gonna go. I guess that's the reason why. So they wanted to fill it up with their guys. So March 16th.
Okay. Yeah, because the card is kind of stacked. I mean, they're featuring the main event is Keyshawn and Baranchek for the title, and then they got Xander on. You know, they try to bring Xander as much as they can. You know,
they got no New York fighters on there, bro. They got no New York fighters on there, bro. Last time I was in there, I filled that shit up.
You did. That's one thing about Ofacio.
You know
and yeah, you got a big fan base, and then after he fights, they all leave.
Exactly.
But, yeah, I mean,
I leave with him.
Yeah.
We leave together.
It's true. There's no cap, man. He brings a big crowd. One of the guys in the card does bring a good crowd too. Polanco. Polanco had a good crowd the last fight.
I went to go see Polanco. I seen. Yeah, he had a lot of Dominicans in there. Hell yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of Dominicans in there for Polanco. So.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so March 16. Yeah, March 16. That's a Sunday. That's Kalen Walsh is the main event in that fight. That's the St. Patrick's Day card that Tom Loeffler's doing. Yeah. So that'd be interesting. So this would be like
95% for sure.
Okay, but you don't no opponent announced or anything yet, right?
Nothing yet.
Okay. So and this would be like when you're fourth straight.
MSG, yeah.
Fourth, nice.
Yep. They call me Mr. MSG. That's it. That's my name now. That's it.
I mean, you're the New Yorker, man, and you're like our best prospect right here out of the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? At least I think you're the top prospect out of the Bronx.
Yeah.
You know, and why not? And you sell tickets.
Hell yeah.
You know,
and I can fight.
And he could fight. Absolutely, he could fight.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So one of the things we brought you on, I wanted to talk about too, was that you was just in camp with Shakur Stevenson, getting ready for his fight against Floyd Schofield. You went down to Houston. Talk to us a little bit about that experience, you know, working with Shakur.
So, just a little backtrack a little bit. What happened was I know a guy named Coach Ron, and the guy, you know, Smoke, the other interview, the guy he does interviews and stuff, Smoke with Me TV.
Yeah. Yep.
He's a good friend of Coach Ron's. I was at Shakur's fight that same day. We was there actually. We was at that Keith Cologne's fight too. And I met Coach Ron. Me and Coach Ron clicked or whatever. I found out who he was, and then it just turns out that him and Smoke are great friends. They still connected. And I just kept coming up in the picture. Something that they were talking about. I forgot what it's called. Clubhouse. I think that's what they use. Something called Clubhouse. Everybody was talking on Clubhouse, and they was asking like, "Yo, who would be good work for Shakur?" It just turns out that Coach Ron was looking at me. Shakur asked Coach Ron, who would be good work, and he started recommending people. Coach Ron recommended me. So I flew out there. They flew me out. I was there for like about a week and a half. I sparred him like 4 times. We did like 18 plus rounds. Shakur's super sharp, super elusive. It's true. His distance is amazing. Great. It was amazing work. Great work.
So you mentioned distance. Is that like one of his like best attributes? You know, keeping distance.
So I say that this is my opinion about fighters. Everybody has their own opinion, right? So I feel like in order for you to be a great fighter, you have to have something that separates you from every fighter. So, for example, Tank is his power. His left hand is just devastating, right? Lomachenko's his footwork. I would say Shakur's is his distance. And what I mean by that, like, separates you is like if you take away that one attribute, are you able to be who you are? So if you took away Lomo's footwork, Lomo will be very stationary and he'll get beat on by everybody he fought. If you took away Tank's left his power, then Tank would no longer be Tank. Tank is very smart, though. I'm not saying he isn't, but I just feel like that's what makes Tank Tank. You know what I'm saying? And Shakur's distance. He's great at a lot of things, but his distance is like he's very good at controlling distance. So yes, that's true. What they say, his distance is amazing.
Okay. So when they brought you in, did they say that again? I'm sorry.
He definitely mastered that.
That's the distance. So when them bringing you in, was there anything they wanted to work in particular, or it was just go in there and just, you know, do your thing type thing?
Nah, they just told me to go in there and be me.
Be you.
The first intention was they told me that me and Floyd Schofield are very similar, but I knew going there that me and him aren't really similar. I feel like he's an explosive fighter like me. We have similarities though. Like I'm very explosive like him. I'm fast. He's fast. We switch hitters. I could say that. But as far as like IQ wise, I think a lot more than him. and I feel like I'm in there. Like he's in there for like to go on. Every punch is going for the kill, and I'm very like strategic with the way I approach things. Um, so they brought me in for those reasons. But me going over there, I knew that me and him like are very different. But I wanted to work regardless, so I took the opportunity anyways. So when I went over there, it was great work. I came back. Shakur ended up telling me like, "Yo, I would have kept you, but my coach was saying that you and him are very different. Like not very different, but like my style is a lot different from his." And I was like, I already knew that going in there, bro. Like I went over there just for that. So I'll probably be going back like April, May, just to continue work with him because it's cool people. He invited me so I could come anytime I want. He's great people.
Oh, that's great. I mean, and then iron sharpens iron too. So that's a great opportunity. That's great.
Yeah. I'm trying to get as many rounds as I could with him. Being in there with great sharp fighters just makes you even sharper, bro. So I'm down. Hell yeah.
And how many rounds did you get to do with him?
Like probably I know it was 18 or more rounds. We was doing like 6-minute rounds. I mean 6-minute or 4-minute rounds.
Okay.
And we did multiple rounds. Some days we'll do 6, next day we'll do 7, this day we'll do 5. But remember, doing 4-minute rounds is like 4, 8, 12, 16. If we do 5 4-minute rounds, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, that's different from doing 5 4-minute rounds. It's different from doing 5 3-minute rounds.
I got you.
We do a little bit more rounds like that. So yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty cool, man. That's dope. That's dope. D Free, jump in at any time if you got any questions.
Oh yeah. I'm taking a call right now, so that's why I'm listening, but I'm taking a call at the same time. I'm about to jump in because this call is almost over.
Okay. I wanted to ask you. So in the camp, was there any other fighters in the camp that he brought in, or was it just you, or was it anybody in particular that he brought in to work on something different?
Nah, it was just me. I was sparring him every day over there.
Okay. So it's just you. Okay.
And then sparring is when I was sparring him.
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. Or is that me?
I said every time he had us like a day, it was a sparring day. I was sparring him. It was just me.
Okay, you don't know. Okay, I got you. And did you get to spar anybody else just for the hell of it, or it's just because I know I saw you posted some. Okay, you posted some videos of you working out and stuff. So. All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, there was a bunch of fighters in there. There was Raymond Ford. There was who else? There was Tiger Johnson. There was a bunch of us in there, bro.
I did see Tiger Johnson. Okay, yeah, I thought I saw Tiger Johnson in one of your videos. Yeah. Okay, and they were not there to spar with him. They were just there just to work, or
no, just to work. Yeah, just train.
Okay, and how are they? Are you cool with those guys? How those guys are like?
Great people. I knew Tiger, bro. Me and Tiger fought on 3 cards together. Like me and him.
Yeah, that was. I know Tiger's cool people. I never got a chance to see Raymond Ford.
Team Shakur is great people. Everybody's great people. Honestly, everybody was just in there, genuine, doing their own thing, focusing on themselves, and of course, learning off each other. That's really what it is. All of them is great people.
Okay. Did Keyshawn make it to that camp, or
no?
I would
have tried to spar Keyshawn.
Yeah.
I would have tried to spar Keyshawn. Hell yeah.
What do you think of Keyshawn Davis as a fighter?
He's a beast, bro. Keyshawn's another person that's different too. Hell yeah, absolutely. Like you, but I wouldn't know what makes him different until I'm in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Like I take different things off different fighters, and I wouldn't know until I'm in front of him. So I don't know. But I see that just off of me personally, just watching him on TV, it's his ring IQ. Like he's just different in there. You know what I'm saying? I got to see what makes him different when you're in front of a guy.
That's true. One thing about you that I've learned is that you watch a lot of film. Like a lot of fighters that I speak to, they don't really watch as much film as Randall you do. Is that something
so he wants to do a sit down with him and Asia.
Sorry, say it again.
Who's that? Is that UT Free?
Oh yeah, that was me. That was me.
Okay. I said I was letting people know that there's a lot that you do you watch a lot of video and you watch a lot of film on fighters and fights and even your fights. Is that just something that you love to do as far because you work with other fighters too, like you help train and coach other fighters in the gym, right?
Yeah.
So
as far as boxing, me watching boxing, I do it for 2 reasons. One, I love watching boxing. Like when I was a kid, I used to be obsessed with boxing, but my mom used to have to take the phone away from me just so I don't watch it. But now it's like I watch boxing on a different level because I'm not just watching 2 people punch each other. Back then, I was just watching people fight, and I just loved the fighting sport. Now it's more like I really get in depth to like what makes him special and what can I take from him, why he was great, and what do I need to take from him to make me greater. So, or I'll be watching guys who beat a guy who was coming forward to see how he beat him. So I have another way of being somebody in my book, or watching a guy who just beat a boxer. How can I beat that guy who is a boxer? And I just like stuff like that. I just take little tips and stuff. So when I get in front of different people, I've seen it a million times. I played it over and over again. So that's really why I do it. And me watching myself, I critique myself a lot. I watch myself a lot just to see like, did I drop this hand, or I could have did this different, or you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's just me.
Have you watched film on your opponent, or you just going to listen to what your team is telling you got to watch out for and what you gotta improve on?
So I wouldn't say I don't watch film on my opponents. Before I used to. Now is like my last 3 fights, I've stopped caring, and I'm gonna tell you why. Like I usually you'll get in there, you watch film on a guy, he has a good overhand right, he's throwing a good overhand right, or whatever, and then I get in the fight, he doesn't throw it, and then the whole camp I'm over here thinking about a powerful overhand right, and I'm trying to be weird, like cautious about it and worried about it, and he doesn't do it. I just started to realize that I'm a whole different fighter from anybody these guys been in front of, and he's never fought Ofacio Falcon Jr. So I bring different attributes, and you're not going to hit me with that. So I do watch them still. I'll probably watch like a minute of them to see what type of fighter he is. Is he a guy that starts off confident or starts off fast? Is he a guy that is extremely aggressive, or he's very passive? Is he a counter fighter? And I can usually tell whether it's the first round or the first minute and a half of a fight, what type of fighter you're going to be. And after that is like, I just stop watching him, and I just start remembering what he did that round, what he abused in that minute and 30 seconds. And then I go from there. Especially if a guy doesn't use a jab off rip, it's like you can tell a lot off a fighter just from him not using his jab. It's like I can just read you already. So it just depends.
Do you? Oh my bad. Do you feel that this is your toughest opponent to date?
Who?
Well, I don't think you got an opponent named yet.
No, I don't got an opponent yet.
Oh, no, I thought you had a fight already named. My bad.
No, I don't got an opponent yet. I don't got an opponent yet.
Okay. Let me ask you. Okay. Let me ask you a question. So I don't know. A lot of people may not know this. People new and just following now. You got the opportunity to work with a big time trainer, a couple months ago. Can you tell us who that was and the experience that was?
I got to work with Virgil Hunter, my man and coach right now. His name is Mac. He made that happen. Somehow, I don't know how he did that. Even Virgil Hunter, I remember the first phone call we got on the phone with him. First question he asked is, how did you get my number? Which is crazy. I don't know. I don't even know how he got his number to this day, but he ended up getting his number. We started talking. My first fight at Madison Square, not my first fight at Madison Square Garden, I lied. My first fight on Top Rank. He coached us. He coached me virtually the fight weekend. When I fought the first Southpaw, I think he fought Shakur in the Olympic trials. I fought him, and I completely outboxed him. And ever since that day, like Virgil Hunter we kept in contact. He's telling me like I have a huge upside. I have amazing potential. Giving me similarities of Andre Ward. And then we just stay connected. And I've always wanted to work and learn with a guy like him. And it just turns out my last fight, me and my father ended up not working together at all. And that was my first ever fight without him. So it was me, Mac, and then I was getting coached virtually with Virgil Hunter. And then he was going to come down fight week, but Bawati was fighting a week after that. I think it was in Saudi Arabia. So he wasn't able to come down here. So instead of him coming down here, he coached me virtually, just told me what to do. He told me, let's get past this fight, then we'll connect down the line. But he told me more or less what I had to do. And I went in there and I did that. And that was before the car accident, before all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, bro, it was amazing. That guy's like another technician, another guy like me. I feel like that guy had the equal mind to me. We was over there. Was a lot of things that I would do. I sparred in front of him. I sparred some dude. I think it was from Lions, then some gym over there in Cali, some Mexican guy, national fighter, great fighter. I sparred him in front of Virgil Hunter, and Virgil was just he loved everything, every moment of it. And I was very dominant. He also told me there was a part in the sparring session that he goes like, yo, go back in that corner. And that's stuff that I do subconsciously. Sometimes, like if I go in a corner and I evade a certain way, I was like, yo, but I could have did this instead. I'll go back in the middle of the sparring session. I'll go right back into that corner purposely to see if the other way I was thinking works. Because sparring, he told me about it. One of the biggest things he told me is like, yo, sparring is not all about going in there and beating on somebody. You can just go in there and work on certain things as well. Like even if like the guy might be getting over on you at that one moment, that's okay. Like that, there's no win or losing in this. So go in there, work on what you have to work on. That way in a fight, it comes out perfect. So that day for that ring, that day, it was just because I'm very good at exiting corners. I can get out corners, but not without getting hit. He was telling me like, yo, instead of exiting, how about just I exit the way I come, but just don't it's hard to explain, but don't exit enough. Exit enough that way I can come back. The guy will be in the corner. So that day I was doing it over and over and over again. It was that guy's like he has a mind of his own, bro, outside of boxing. Like, so it's a very smart guy. And I will be working with him a lot more in the near future.
Okay, and will he be helping you with this fight coming up, hopefully?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, but it's going to be virtual, or are you guys going to link up again? And
I'll definitely go out there. I wouldn't do it virtual again. I'll go out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's pretty cool, man. That's good. That's
you know what the problem is too? People got to realize, like in boxing, bro, like it's either you're signed and the money, the income you're bringing in from and I'm gonna be 100% transparent. I hide nothing. I don't care. So it's either you sign and the money and income you're bringing in from these promoters could get you to places like those. Because remember, camps are not cheap, bro. We spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on camps alone. Meal plans, the trainers, vitamins, the equipment, everything you may need throughout the camp just to make sure you're good. You know what I'm saying? So, it's an expense. So people got to keep that in mind. Like that's the reason why all these young fighters out here aren't doing things like this. You know what I'm saying? And right now I'm taking money out of my own pocket, like which doesn't matter, but it's an investment. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, most definitely. You're investing in your career and in the hopes of moving up the ladder and getting bigger fights and bigger paydays. So. But that's great, man. You working with Virgil, I think that's awesome. And he brings notoriety. I can't say the word, but you know what I mean. To you and to the team. You know what I'm saying. So
Virgil Hunter doesn't just work with anybody anymore. Yeah. So the fact that he allowed me in his camp, I just once again shout out to him and I appreciate him because that doesn't happen.
A quick question, just gonna go sidebar. Somebody made a comment in the chat. They say top-notch strength and conditioning coaches ain't cheap.
Facts. Who's that?
That's your strength and conditioning coach.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Socrates Palmer cannot make it because he's busy working. But Sock is definitely one of a kind. How is he as a strength and conditioning coach? I've asked you this on camera before, but let's how is he? He works with multiple fighters as well too.
I'm gonna put it like this: outside of boxing, outside of the strength and conditioning, bro, he's as well as inside. He's an amazing guy. But do I come in shape every fight?
Answer the question, Sock. Sock got to answer the question.
Do I not put on great performances?
You look in shape in every fight. Absolutely.
Do I not put on great performances?
You put on great performances every fight I've seen.
Strength and conditioning, Socrates, he does that. So I recommend him to everybody that needs a good strength and conditioning coach. That's him.
Definitely. I mean,
and he makes it fun too. It ain't always boring, bro. We always talking. You need to come to one of our sessions, bro. We be talking.
Because I'm gonna tell you why. Because I tried to work out with Sock many years ago, and he does not make it fun, man. He's he don't let me wear headphones. He's like, no, he don't let me listen. You know what
Sock tells me all the time? He tells me, he's like, yo, I never worked with an athlete like, well, he has. I lied. I don't want to quote it on him, but he says that I'm a one of a kind because I don't get tired and I always want more and more and more and more. So yeah, that's kind of different for me and you, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he says is in the pudding. Yeah,
he's in the pudding, and he says hardest worker in the gym.
Hell yeah, every time.
One thing I can vouch for Sock. I've known Sock for close to 40 years. Is that he is a good guy. He could be a little bit of a jerk, but he's definitely a good guy. He's one of my best friends.
He's never been a jerk to me.
Never? No?
Sock is my guy.
He was just a jerk on the phone with you. What are you talking about? We were just on the phone.
Cool, but that's not Sock being a jerk. That's Sock being Sock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you a quick question. Is there something that you can tell us about Sock that we don't know? Because when we see Sock, he's pretty quiet, laid back. Is there something that goes on in the gym? You be like, man, if they knew this about you, they look at you totally different.
Sock is probably smiling right now because he knows I'm about to say some stupid shit. Yo,
so tell us.
You want to know something? You want to know something crazy? Sock is a little freak, bro. You thought I wasn't gonna say it, Sock? I don't care, bro. I'm blowing you up. I don't care, bro. Sock is hilarious, bro. What you thought I wasn't gonna say it, bro? I don't care, bro.
Sock is a funny dude, man. He
hilarious.
Trust me, I know Sock. He is. Hold on one second. I got another one of my friends gonna come on and ask you some questions. My man 503 Lion. What's good, 503? He's from Houston. And he wanted to talk to you a little bit too, man. He's a good dude.
Yo, how you doing, brother?
Yo, appreciate you, TD. What's good with the D3? How about them Commanders, baby? What's going down with it, champ? How you feeling?
I'm good, and you? I'm great. I'm blessed.
Yeah, man. I seen you at J Prince with Shakur, man. I don't know if the
Yes, sir.
brothers asked you about that, but yeah. How was it being down south, man? Did you
It
get
was
that
amazing,
southern
bro. Like I've
hospitality?
never been to Houston. That was the first time.
Okay.
We actually went to some BBQ place and ate after, the last day, well, before we left. It was great, bro. I love the atmosphere. I like how it's always warm and it ain't cold over here like fucking New York City, bro. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Hey, man, I didn't know you was from BX, man. So tell me, like, the different styles, like from New York versus transitioning to the South.
I would say okay, so over here, people, I guess in New York City, damn, it's different. Like that's a good question, bro. Because over there they have different fighters. Over here we have different fighters, but there's a lot of similarities. Like, there's special fighters that come out of each place that separates them. Like I wouldn't say I'm like a regular Bronx fighter or and I wouldn't say like I went over there to Houston and Shakur ain't like every Houston fighter out there either. Because you go to Houston, you go to any other gym out there, they probably in there trying to brawl with you, just throw they're not really thinking in there and they're just throwing bombs and stuff. And in New York City, you go to certain gyms the same way. Like you rarely meet guys that think like us. So I wouldn't say I would say it just depends on what gym or where you go, honestly, like and who you're around.
Okay. I got one follow-up question. Now, you from the Bronx, man. I gotta ask you this, and I don't mean no disrespect, man.
Of course.
I gotta ask you this: is the Bronx the most dirtiest borough in New York?
Yes and no. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, the Bronx, the only place I've ever seen somebody shitting right outside the train, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. but there's certain places in the Bronx that aren't that dirty. So I say it's not the Bronx, it's the people in it.
Yeah. And what part you from?
Right now I'm at Morris Park.
He just moved to a nicer neighborhood, man. He's in Morris Park.
A nice area over here, yeah.
But Morris Park has changed.
You don't see people shitting out here. You don't see people shitting out here.
Yeah, it's much different. It's much different than what it was. Back in the day, it was more Albanians and Italians out in Morris Park. Now it's changed. It's different. But you're still in a good area. Like
you go to Manhattan. You go to Manhattan. Though you see people fucking taking shits in garbage cans, wiping their butt with leaves. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Okay. That's all. That's appreciate it, bro. That's all I got.
Yeah, but you remember that question is never insulting. Like fighters from the Bronx or people from the Bronx. It's just insulting the Bronx. It is what it is, bro. Like I really don't. I don't take no. I don't get offended to that.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
You did make my wife laugh in the background. She was dying.
Look at that. It's true, bro. You know it's true too. I don't hide nothing, bro. Ask me questions. I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Bro, I know it's true, and there's so many stories I can tell you. So I could probably tell you stories too, like No,
I got a lot more stories, bro.
Yeah, it is what it is. You adapt, just like anywhere. Anywhere you move to or you go to, you adapt. You know what I'm saying?
I think it was last summer. I seen a dude holding onto a car, and it was a crackhead though. Sorry to say him, but that's what he is. And you feel me? It is what it is. But he was holding onto a car butt naked, just holding it while he was driving in the middle of by Orchard Beach, bro. He's bugging. Dude was drunk. He was off it, bro.
Wow.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro. It's no joke, bro. I'm not even lying.
It's crazy, man. I don't even want to talk about it, but yeah, I've seen some craziness.
Yeah, we seen some shit, bro.
Yeah. And D-Free been out here for a little bit. He was in Yonkers. Yonkers is pretty much like the Bronx, just like Mount Vernon.
Yonkers is just quiet over there, bro.
Nah, you're bugging. There's places in Yonkers that are bad too.
It's quiet in certain parts. It depends on where you at in Yonkers, but
yeah,
the closer you get to the Bronx, the rowdier it gets. Because where I was,
so it's not. So he's saying it's not Yonkers, it's the Bronx, is what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying that because these people are strictly from Yonkers, but. Like over there, School Street, Woolbarn, and Walnut, and Marbury Street, where I lived at, man, they were crazy. I mean, any given night, you don't know what's gonna happen out there. So it ain't everywhere in Yonkers. I mean, but like you get down there by the square, which is the main town where all the trains come to, and all of the little shopping area is. It's crazy over there.
This guy said. Bronx is the first place I got robbed.
He was 7. That's what man. BC. You're giving the Bronx. Yo, they're giving my borough a bad name right now, bro.
I've never been robbed in the Bronx. I lived here all my life, so I don't know what happened to you, bro. But You must have been outside with a sign.
That's the thing.
They knew BC wasn't from there. That's why. They knew
that's what it was. He was walking around examining poles and stuff.
he was out there window shopping, looking like a tourist.
Word.
They were like, "Oh, that's from around here."
I want to ask you. So, are you looking? I mean, I know March 16th. We're looking at March 16th, St. Patrick's Day weekend. Are you looking to get maybe 3 fights this year?
Bro, I'm trying to make this year my most active year, but again, it's not up to me. So, I would love this year to be one of my most active years. Last year I fought twice. I was supposed to fight. Actually, I had like 2 more fights lined up with Top Rank. A lot of shit happened.
Yeah.
Politics, bro. And then the fight year before that, I fought 1 time. So it was 1 twice. This year I'm trying to fight 3 or more.
Yeah.
So I'm trying, bro.
But who's up
to me? I'll fight. Huh?
Who? So yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So who is it really up to? Like, how can we make it happen? What do we need to do?
Management, promoters. It's not up to me, bro. Like, it really ain't. And I'm trying to fight on like national television. I feel like when I'm fighting little club shows, no offense to the club shows, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm past that now. Like, they don't pay enough. That's 1. And 2 is like, I'm at a point where I'm trying to like continue moving forward. You know what I'm saying? And like, I love being on national television. I love being in front of a big crowd. I love that energy. Like, that's where I perform at my best. So I put me there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be there. But if it takes for me to fight in these little club shows to continue moving forward this year, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So, remember, that money, and again, I'm investing. So,
what do they tell you? Like, your manager or the promoters tell you? Like, I mean, you have a big enough name, especially in the East Coast here. You know, because if you work with a lot of fighters and you work with a lot of prospects. Well, Keith Cologne, you work with a lot. You work with Shakur.
I don't know, but I've been in there with all of them. I've been in there with Shakur, Hitchens, Devin Haney, B-Hop, Josue, all types of fighters, bro. Like, you gotta ask the promoters that. Like, I'm 12-0, I'm 6 knockout, I'm a draw. I can fight. I'm not just a dude that you're signing off who has a freaking 14-time whatever national this, and then he comes into pros and loses. Like you actually got real proof that I can fight. I've been in fights. I'm not taking just, you know what I'm saying? You look at on BoxRec, I'm not just taking any random fights. So what's up? Like, I don't know what they're looking for. Ask them what they're looking for. Or put me in front of what you need to see me so you can sign. Like, I don't know what you guys are looking for. Like, I've been telling I told Brad, I told these guys, like, yo, whatever it is that you guys need me to do, tell me, but make it make sense. Like, if you're gonna put me against this, sign me right after and I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
But make it make sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or Eddie Hearn, any one of them guys. Like, it just gotta make sense. Don't just put, because there's a lot of times in boxing, there's a lot of politics, bro. And you can also be getting set up too. So you gotta watch your own back.
Yeah, definitely.
There's a lot of wolves in this sport too. So I'm just saying, like, yo, put me in the right position, bro. Like, I'm doing what these other fighters are doing too. The only difference is that these other fighters are getting paid $60,000 or more, $50,000 or more.
Wow.
And you're trying to make a guy take a fight for $10,000 less. It's like, that's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
I mean, you're you selling tickets too. Like, that's got to be one of the things that they tell you. Like, if you know, and I could vouch for that. I've been there and I've seen them, and I've seen the crowd leave after you leave, like, bro, a good quarter of the theater. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm gonna tell you this, bro. I'm gonna put it like this. I'm not gonna say names. I'm not gonna like get too in depth, but I'm gonna just say, how can I word this that it doesn't like insult nobody? So you said that you go to my fights, right?
Yes.
You see the crowd, everybody stands up from front to back, is live on ESPN.
Absolutely.
Everybody sees that, right?
Yes.
There's no proof of that.
That's what they tell you.
Apparently.
Wow.
So, yeah, put it like that. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Because we've seen it.
Fights,
I mean,
but then I go to fights. I'll go to fights after that, and it's completely empty. So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know.
I've seen it. And there's multiple content creators from New York in this chat that've seen it as well, and they're watching it. They've seen it as well.
You know what it is, bro? Like I said, boxing is a business, bro, and I understand why you would say that. Like, I get it. Boxing is a business. You don't want to cut a piece. I didn't know at the time how to keep track. There's a lot of stuff that goes into that. It happens. You learn. You live and you learn, bro.
Yeah.
And I feel like the fact that you start paying attention to these things now, and you start learning these things. Once you start letting these promoters know, like, hey, I know what happened. That's when now they put you on the back seat. Let me use somebody else that don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's what's happening, or maybe not. I could just be talking shit, but that's how I feel. So
yeah. I got a couple more questions. If anybody got questions, just shoot them. Shoot at
So don't shoot at me, but tell me the question.
No, I'm not gonna shoot at you.
I'm in the Bronx, bro. You can't say that, bro. People hear you.
So you sparred Shakur. You also sparred Devin Haney. Any differences? Anyone you can say is better, or you got different type of work? Tell it. What's the difference?
So I sparred Devin Haney in 2017. That was before I was pro. That was when he was like 2-0. So Devin Haney then and Devin Haney now is two different Devin Haneys. But if you're asking me to compare them to now, like Devin Haney back then, he throws a lot more punches. But Shakur's punch selection is way different. It's harder to hit Shakur. So yeah, I wouldn't.
Can you tell me which one you think is stronger of the two?
They both. It just depends on what they hit you with. Like I really don't. I'm really precise. I don't get hit with like crazy shots either. Like, so I wouldn't really know. But anybody that's physically stronger, remember I would say Shakur now because I spar Shakur now. You know what I'm saying? I haven't sparred Devin Haney. Devin Haney's going up to 147, so he's obviously a bigger guy. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't really.
Here's a question from the chat. If you could change one thing in boxing, what would it be?
The way they sign fighters. I feel like they're very like there's a lot of favoritism. Who you know, I gotta be with this guy. I gotta go kiss somebody's ass to get this. Like, bro, how about I'm a real fighter? You see me prove it to you multiple times. I'm showing up. I'm selling tickets. I'm everything you need. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just I'm not coming with you. I'm not coming to you like give me a 0-20 and let me beat him. You know what I'm saying? The first fight on Top Rank, you guys offered me a guy that fought Shakur in the trials, like Southpaw, and it was a good fight. I think it was a split decision, something like that, from what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but I know he did fight him because it is on BoxRec. And that was the first fight on Top Rank he gave me. I took it and I wiped him out like he was nothing, bro. First ever Southpaw I've ever fought. Next fight they called me, they offered me a guy, I took him. I'm not complaining. And I'm thinking, yo, this is the right moves I got to make to get signed. And it's like, come on, bro. So I don't know. I would say the way they sign fighters, like it's got to be like if he does this, you got to sign him.
Yeah.
Or if he's doing these things, like what is the like? Give us a category. Like he has to sell tickets, he has to be a good fighter, or he has to have 1 million followers on Instagram. Because if that's the case, yo, bro, because there's people out here that they buy millions of followers, bro. They put their likes off, you know what I'm saying? And then it looks like they got 1 million followers when they really not that, they don't have that many followers, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Somebody another chat. So he says since that's what do you think about Turkey and what he's doing?
I think Turkey's I think he's great for boxing, bro. I think he's doing everything that it needs to be. Actually, he said this quote the other day. He posted, and I think everybody's resharing. I was one of them who reshared it. People got to stop being scared of right now. There's a lot of fighters that are scared to fight each other or to take riskier fights because if you lose, it's over. That's the gimmick. That's the thing that Mayweather made. Or I don't even think he made it. I think media made that. Once a guy loses, they shit on him. You know what I'm saying? People have bad days in boxing, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Devin Haney fighting this guy, whether he cheated or not, bro, it was a bad day, bro. Like, it is what it is. But if you that fight alone kind of ruined his image, and which is why I think he resulted into suing Ryan Garcia, for whatever his cases may be. But if fighters weren't so afraid of that, and I could still be, like, for example, MMA and the UFC, a fighter loses, he could still be a champ. You know what I'm saying? Back then, Pacquiao, he lost how many times? 9 times? 6, 7 times?
I think he's got like 6 or 7 losses altogether.
And he's one of the greatest fighters of all time, right? Muhammad Ali, he lost 5 times. He's the greatest fighter of all time, right? Okay. A guy can lose in life. A guy can lose in life and get back up, and he's still successful, correct?
Absolutely.
So then why would a fighter take a loss and he's shit and he can't fight no more? So Turk the other day said that he's going to make it so that if fighters do lose, you can still come back and continue your career. It's not over, bro. So I admire what he does there. I admire the fact that but not only that, he's making these even fights, 50-50 fights, but he's paying these fighters to do that. You know what I'm saying? So he's doing great. Let's see how it goes. I think he's doing great so far. I don't know how to get involved in those things. Like, I don't even know how to even call Turk. Like, yo, Turk, I can't call him. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there we go. Let me get on an undercard or something.
We got to get Sock. Sock knows everybody. Sock should make that call.
Sock knows Turk? Oh, he did strength and conditioning fam, right? That's why he looks so brolic.
503, you was going to say something?
Yeah, I heard you talking earlier about the politics and stuff like that. I just want to follow up what you were saying. So do you think like maybe if you got more like knockouts and stuff like that? Because you haven't had a knockout in a couple of fights since like 2022. Do you think like if you get more knockouts and put together some good highlight reels, will it be more appealing to sign to a promoter?
I mean, absolutely. I would feel like, yes, it would. Yes, absolutely. When I was knocking people out at first, it was going crazy at one point. So yes, I can see that happening too. But then it came to a point where it's like, yo, can he box? And then I show you that I have real skill. Actually, my last it was my last fight and not the fight before that, but I dropped the last dude. I hurt the guy before that. And the fight before that, I dropped the guy too. So it's like, it's also who they put you in front of, bro. Like these fighters that are knocking people out, not to be specific, are getting in front of guys that they're supposed to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like guys that aren't so durable or put me in front of one of those guys.
Yeah,
right. And you fighting at 126 or 130?
130.
Right.
I can't make 126. I tried.
I
made 28 my last fight though. I made 28. I think it was 28 or 29 my last fight.
Yeah, he was like at 129. It was low.
Yeah,
it was definitely way under 130.
But then again, I don't got a nutritionist either though, so I don't know if I can make 26. Maybe I can. So who knows?
Okay, I gotta ask you this now. We got a champion at 130 in Houston, O'Shock Foster, man. Give me your thoughts on the current landscape at 130 and how you feel about guys like Shock and Navarrete and the top guys in the division.
I think all those fighters are special in their own way. I feel like they're all great fighters. And I feel like when the time comes and if you're still holding that belt, then I'm gonna be one of those fighters to be able to take that from guys. Guys like Navarrete, he's very awkward. There's ways to deal with awkward fighters. He's very powerful. He's very strong. But I feel like you just got to know how to neutralize those things. I watch a lot of film, like I said, bro. And there's ways to neutralize awkward guys and how to limit his power. Oshaki's a guy that you see. I wouldn't say, damn, I don't know how to put this in. I'm not insulting him either. He's an amazing fighter. I just feel like there's ways to exploit the things that he does because he is a regular boxer.
Right.
He's a very good counter puncher, but I've seen that style a lot of times. You don't see a style like Navarrete every day.
Right.
Who else is the champion? Lamont Roach?
Yeah, let me follow up with the Shock. So I kind of compare like Shock journey kind of to what you're going through right now because he didn't have it easy. Like he didn't have it easy getting on Top Rank. Like he had to go through a bunch of trials and tribulations. Like, do you feel like you kind of on that similar path to him to where like you're gonna have to take the set of fights and go to Mexico and fight somebody and have to knock them out in the last round and just go through a whole bunch of shit to get your opportunity?
Oh, listen, there was a fight. If you look on BoxRec, I fought some dude that was like 10-5. He's never been stopped, or he's been stopped one time, and he had like 9 knockouts. I took that fight on Golden Boy live on the Zone. It was the first ever world title event in Costa Rica. I fought a guy from Costa Rica in front of 13,000 Costa Ricans. They told me that if I beat him, mind you, I got offered a dude before him. I got offered a dude who was like 5-4, who's been knocked out 3 times, and he had like 2 knockouts. I could have took him and like washed him, but instead I said I told my manager to ask them was what would impress them the most that would lead them to signing me. They told me that guy, I fought him over there. If you watch that fight, I had COVID. I outboxed that dude completely, and they still try to make it a split decision. He hit me one good time the second round. Nothing happened though. After that, he didn't land a punch. On the copy box, it said something about he landed 17% of his shots. I landed 63%. How is that a split decision in 6 rounds? It don't make sense. But so yes, I do think that I will eventually continue having to do that. But I've also been told by guys like him, I fought on one of his cars. I've spoken to him. He's like, yo, bro, don't be the guy that don't allow them to force you to do things like this until. Because things go wrong, bro. Like you said, they take fights from you, and then you could be on the back shelf forever because these guys set you up for this fight. So it just depends, bro. Like, Shock is in a good position now because he signed it. He could take these risky fights. But look what just happened to him, and he's signed to them. Like, fight before his last fight. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I thought he beat him easy that fight before that fight, and they took it from him. So that shit don't even matter anymore. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, I would say this, man. Like. Through your journey, man, just keep your head up, stay positive, bro. Because
hell yeah,
Shock,
hell yeah, bro. I'm always positive. I'm always in the gym. I'm always working, trying to put myself around the right people. When I ask questions, bro, I'm never the type of dude to get around the guy and be like, hey, like I'm not shy. I don't shy away from nothing, bro. I ask questions. I don't care if you're my weight class or not. You see me as a threat, and you don't want to talk to me for whatever your reasons are. That's your problem. I don't see you as my threats at all to me at all until I'm in front of you, bro. Like I don't worry about nobody.
Right.
Yeah, bro. People have that ego stuff, and I don't got that ego, bro. I'm
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Like, I don't see nobody's threat.
Yeah, just stay working, man. Stay positive. Like I like your energy, bro. Is
Thank
definitely
you, brother.
top tier, man. And
Appreciate
you
you.
know, like I watch Shot go through the ringer, man. And if you got to go through the ringer, man, it's only gonna make you a better fighter physically and mentally, man. So
Nah,
just keep
absolutely,
pushing that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And, yo, bro, like I said, shout out to him, bro, because he's doing his thing as well. Hell yeah.
Besides
You know
those
who I
two
think I could
guys,
beat? You know who I think? But hold on. You know who I think I could beat though?
I already know what you're gonna say, but go ahead.
Tell me. Who?
Who? No, you say it first. Then I'm
Valdez,
saying.
Oscar Valdez.
I'll be Valdez too. I wasn't even gonna say him. I was
No,
gonna
but
say the
that
guy
you
that
always
shot
bring
last.
him up. Every time we speak, you always bring up Valdez. Like that's the fight.
Who? Nick?
Nah,
Who?
I think I could beat Valdez, but I think I could beat
Who?
Consensao.
Raymond Ford?
No, Consensao.
Okay, say Shot. Okay.
Consensao. I think I'll beat Consensao, no problem, bro. Honestly,
No problem.
Like my style, because of the way I see Oshaki beat him, I know I can beat him.
Raymond Ford is at 130 or 135. Where's Raymond? Raymond Ford is at 130 now.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of Raymond Ford as a fighter?
I think he's another amazing fighter. He just moved up to 130, and yeah, I think he's another great fighter. I seen him over there when I was with Shakur.
Yeah, you was mentioning that, but okay. How you think a matchup with him would be? What would that look like?
I think it'll be a fire fight. I think it's two smart fighters in there, and make the best man win.
Okay. Anybody else at 130 that you think is one of the top guys that are beatable in your opinion, or
top guys right now? Bro, everybody's beatable, bro. Yeah. Like honestly speaking, like I could I have, bro, I can fight in the pocket. I can box. I can fight both southpaw orthodox. I can. There's just a lot of stuff that I haven't been able to do. Like there's like if you guys hear my backstory, bro, and what's been going on in the last 4 fights, bro, like you guys would understand. Like I think Sock knows a lot of it. You probably do through Sock or through me. So like you guys know, like I've been through my last fight. I was in a car accident a week before the fight. I got into a second one after that. Fights before that, like it was a lot of coach changes. I'm training alone, going into fights. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So 100% me, bro. And look, I'm dominating these guys still. 100% me, bro. I'm taking a lot of these guys out, no problem, bro. Like real shit. So it's just,
if you
I
guys really, go. Sorry, I was gonna say if you guys really did your homework on some of the guys that you fought, the guy before this fight, not the guy you fought from Maryland, the guy before that, I think he's from Arizona. I think he was like a national champion at one point. I think his career kind of stalled a little bit.
He was training with Benavidez' team for that fight too.
And he was really good. A lot of people didn't know about
boxing. Yeah, he does some. He was doing some ITR boxing stuff, like interviews right before the fight. I seen it. I was watching all that, and there was a lot of people saying I was gonna lose. It was a bad fight, but me, I know what I have. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I think you heard him or dropped him. I know you heard him bad in that.
I heard him, and it was like 10 seconds left. If it was a minute left, I would have stopped him right there.
Yeah, and you definitely outclassed him. But yeah, that was a lot of people don't know that.
And then I started turning up the 5th and 6th round, and he had no result. If it was 2 more rounds, that's another thing too. They haven't been giving me 8 rounds either. Yeah. I've been getting 6 rounds. Like I'm a type of dude that I'm gonna get you later on. Like after the 2 rounds, it's like I'm gonna start picking up on you. I'm that type of fighter. So
I mean, you get stronger as you go along. That's credit to that conditioning coach, you know.
Hell yeah, exactly. You feel me? There you go, Sock. I know you're in here.
Yeah, Sock is definitely watching.
Sock is the man, bro.
But this has been great. I don't really have any more questions. I mean,
somebody asked me, what's the biggest mistake people make?
Oh yeah.
I would say the biggest mistake is I'd say 2 things. One, fighters when they're coming off the amateurs, some people just be like, yo, I'm gonna just go pro because I see this guy who's fighting bums, knocking people out. So if he could do it, I could do it, bro. That goes so far, bro. Like you're gonna fight that up to a certain point. It's like, yo, you want to start making money. If you want to make money, you have to have some type of talent, bro. You're not gonna come into the pros and beat a guy like me, because that would never happen. Just like off the amateurs, no experience at all, coming to beat it. That's not gonna happen. And 2 is like, don't look at the people that are at the number 1 spot. Like focus on where you're at and where you're going. And I feel like slowly but surely you'll be there, because once you focus on what he's doing and where he's at, you start losing track of where you're at, and then you start getting lost, bro, making the wrong moves, wrong mistake. And there's a time and place for everything, bro. There's a reason why I'm not calling out the number 1 guys. I know those guys won't fight me right now. That's 1. And 2, I don't deserve that yet. So I'm gonna make my way there. And when I get there, it's like you can't deny me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like these promoters, they deny me. You can't deny me so long, bro. I'm gonna get there regardless.
Yeah.
So whether it's now, whether it's 2 years from now, I just turned 25. I'm young, so I got time, bro.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I'm sitting in my car waiting, bro. Word.
Absolutely. I'm gonna ask you a question, a fighting question, about a fight that's happening. Benavidez against Morrell. I'm interested to know what your take, who you think wins that fight and why.
All right, so look. Damn, I don't want to be biased because I got a phone call recently from Benavidez' team, and I was in camp with a guy who, you feel me? So it's like I don't know. All right, so look, I'm just gonna say this off rip. All right, so this is two great fighters. They're both great in their own ways. I feel like the more experienced fighter is gonna win, and that's gonna be, in my opinion, David Benavidez. But I just love his punch output. But again, his last fight, I saw him getting punched a lot. So, can he take a punch like what Morrell is going to bring? Morrell got a lot of IQ. He's Cuban, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's Cuban. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
David Morrell's Cuban. He's a very smart Cuban fighter. Cuban fighters are very smart, bro. They're technicians in there, bro. And I know the strength coach that he's working with, and he's on Team Shakur. So listen, bro, I know he's coming with something in there. So, my advice, I wouldn't fight a firefight with Benavidez. Don't go in there with a firefight. I would try to beat him the smart way. Use your brain, bro. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Use your brain, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Hey, one last question before I get up out of here, man. The battle of New York, man. Hitchens versus Teofimo. Who you got in that fight? And it's Teo from New York.
I'm hearing Teo's not even from Brooklyn, though.
He was born in Brooklyn, but not really raised in Brooklyn.
Okay. So I didn't know how that went. I was hearing because I heard Hitchens post that yesterday. So Teo versus Hitchens. So I can see this going two ways. Like I was talking about the other day with my boy when I was playing Warzone. I was playing Warzone. We was talking about that. That's a great fight. I wouldn't say who I got in that fight, but I can see Hitchens a complete shutout because Teofimo got outboxed by Jermaine Ortiz, and he, like in that fight and multiple fights actually, that he showed that he did not know how to cut the ring at all. And Hitchens is a guy that once he finds something, he's very dominant, bro. Hitchens got an amazing jab. I did multiple rounds. I helped him for the entire camp as a Peta, and even after that, and before that, Hitchens is a very smart fighter. He's a thinking fighter in there, and if he allows Hitchens to find one thing that is going to allow him to cruise through the fight, he's going to abuse it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to make sure that you can't capitalize. So Hitchens, like for example, his last fight, the first 2, 3, 4 rounds were shaky, and then he found the right hand. And after that, every round was a right hand, and this guy couldn't get past it, and that's all he needed to cruise to a world title. And that's honestly all you need to do is win, bro. Like the ultimate goal is to win. So he made that look very easy, and I feel like this fight, he has the abilities to make this fight look extremely easy as well. So, but then again, it's the IBF rules. He came in his last fight, he rehydrated perfectly fine, but I know that we'll be fighting for the IBF belt, and I think the WBO.
WBO, yes.
Yeah. So if it's the same thing, will he rehydrate right? And if he doesn't, then would he have the power to keep a guy like Teofimo back? So I don't know. It just all depends. But in my opinion, I got Hitchens.
Yeah, and you've been in the ring with Hitchens multiple times, as you said, and he's sharp, right? He's sharp in there.
Super sharp. Amazing.
He makes
jab,
you think.
Great ring IQ. He's another guy that makes you think. If you put a guy in front of him, like in front of guys that like us that we think, bro, if you put a guy in front of us that can't think at the level that we're thinking on, if you just put brawlers in front of us in there, we're just gonna beat them up, bro. Honestly speaking, like you got to be able to think. Not saying Teo can't think, because Teo could think, but like there's a different Teo from when he fought. What's that dude's name that came right at him, straight forward? It's like he balled up his fist, just rolled right straight at him.
Well, Claggett?
That was his name.
Yeah, the last fight. I think it was Claggett.
People criticized him for that. Yeah. People criticized him for that fight. Yeah, him, and there was a Teo that when he fought. They call him. I forgot what they call him, bro.
Was Sando Martin?
I wouldn't say Sando Martin. That was a bad fight for him too.
Or Jermaine Ortiz was like this was.
Yeah, Jermaine Ortiz was another bad fight.
Yeah.
When he fought the 140 champion.
Taylor.
He made Taylor look like a kid. Those are two different types of Teo. That was Teo at 100%, and there was Teo that was a bunch of excuses. Like there was a bunch of stuff going on. So I think Hitchens. That's my pick. I believe.
My boy Kano Local TV. he says he believes he drops Tio, and on the unification, he doesn't have to worry about the rehydration. So if it's unification, you don't have to worry about it.
So look at that. Especially if Tio, bro, I could see that happening, bro. I could see that happening, Coloco said. I definitely could see that happening. Bro, Hitchens is very smart, bro. So if Tio don't go in there on his A game, Hitchens gonna walk right over him, bro. I promise. For sure.
I got a couple more questions in the chat. Somebody asked, before I get to this, so somebody asked, what do you think about promotions like Pro Box and the Overtime Box? What is it? Overtime, the OTC out in Atlanta? Is it Overtime Boxing? What do you think of those?
Oh yeah, Overtime.
Yeah, yeah.
I think those are two great promotions. I think they're up and coming. I think they're amazing promotions. I think they have their favorites. Honest opinion, they have their favorites. But as far as the promotion separately, I feel like they're amazing. Honestly, they're both great promotions. Okay, Pro Box is more like in Florida. I mean, there's a couple coaches that have some in on that too. So, yeah. Florida. Another question is, what's your opinion on the way belts are earned and leveraged in boxing? The way belts are earned is fine. I just feel like they can't. Like, if I get signed to then you know what? Let's backtrack a little bit to with that Saudi question. The reason why I feel like again that he's great for the sport of boxing is because there is no leverage or like the way they can control boxing anymore. Because I don't care if you were Top Rank, I don't care if you were DAZN, I don't care if you were Pro Box or sorry, not Pro Box. What is it? What's it Overtime? Called? No, not Overtime because I don't think Overtime's with them yet either. Queensberry. No. Queensberry. Okay, yeah. It doesn't matter. He's gonna make that fight happen, and you guys can fight for the belt. So, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen anymore. Hopefully, let's see. Yeah, and Connor Loco said, yeah, Pro Box seems to they be making more 50-50 fights than anything, which is true. Yeah, they make a lot more 50-50 fights. That's true too, but I feel like but if you look at the way they move their fighters, as to where they move a guy that like, let's say for example, if I was to go into Pro Box just to fight without being signed to them, they're treated very differently. So I see. Okay. Like that. Another question in the chat. It may look 50-50 on paper, but it ain't 50-50. Like somebody here goes my man Frontline. If you were to be part of a prospect contender list, what would you prefer? Puerto Rican list or Dominican list? Puerto Rican list. Puerto Rican list. For sure. He's Frontline, you know, he likes to break my balls. Is he Dominican? No, he's Puerto Rican. He says because I say a lot of Dominican slang because of sock. And you know, just in general, because of, you know, I have a lot of Dominican friends. He says that I'm more Dominican than Puerto Rican, so he likes to break my balls with that. And I want to pull up this narrative about it, but like we got more Puerto Rican fans in boxing than we do Dominican fans. Dominicans are coming in now, though. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, now because there's a lot of Dominican fighters out here that's popping right now. So, I would stick with Puerto Ricans. Okay. And then Cano says the owner of Pro Box is Boricua. You would get treated good over there. You'll tell him to talk to me. Then what's up? We should talk. The problem is I'm not just trying to fight fights anymore. Like I want to get signed and I want to be the right way. I want to get to these world titles. And if I'm not signed, I'm not getting to them. They're not going to give me the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? It won't be a fair shake. Like I'll come, for example, let's say I don't know. Let's say Lamont Roach was signed to let's say Top Rank right now. Who has the belt over there? Oshaki. Oshaki got a belt. Oshaki signed a Top Rank. I go fight Oshaki for that belt, but I'm an outsider. If the fight's close, even if I edged it a little bit, they're gonna give it to Oshaki. They're not gonna give it to me, and that's common. It's happened multiple times in boxing throughout the last couple of years, and it's not gonna be fair. So it's about now. Boxing is not about who won fair and square. It's about who's behind you, backing you too. And I have the talent. I have everything in the world. I just want to be backed by the right people. That way, when I go into this fight, I'll take anybody in the top 10, bro. No problem. Like honestly. When the time comes, of course. My boy Gano says he could definitely get you a fight there for sure. In Pro Box. Let's talk. Yeah, I'll link it up. Gano's a good dude, man. He's out in Florida, and I believe he works with fighters as well. You know. Oh, I think I did an interview with him before. I think so. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging. You're hanging out with Sock too much, bro. T3, you got anything? He said yes. I think he froze, bro. Yeah. What was that, bro?
Yeah, I was saying my computer acting up. I'm freezing up over here. I don't know what's going on. Probably the cold weather outside is freezing over here. But I'm not. I mean, I was sitting here listening to the interview. I mean, pretty much everybody in the chat pretty much asked some of the questions that I was going to ask, and then he already answered the questions that I was going to ask about what he learned from Virgin Hunter, and I was going to ask him what was the small thing that he learned, not the major stuff that he would show you, but the small things that you never thought about that he showed you, but you already answered that.
So to re-answer it, I feel like there was a lot of things that I do because I'm talented, like subconsciously. A lot of moves that I make subconsciously that he made me understand, like this little move that you made mattered because of this. And I was like it just opened up your eyes to another level. Like, oh shit, like you're right. That's why I do that because of this reason. But you never thought about it. You just do it. Like your body does it because it worked in previous times. You know what I'm saying? So he makes you realize that everything that you do have is working for X amount of reasons. You know what I'm saying? So Virgil's different, bro. Like he's amazing.
Cano says if you're friends with Eric Roman, you know Eric Roman, right? From
you know what's
Brooklyn?
crazy? I think the fight before my last fight. Yo, you just reminded me about something, bro. The fight before my last fight, right after the fight, I came out. I seen him in the crowd. Eric Roman told me to tell my pops to contact him. I don't know why, and I just remembered that shit, bro. But me and my pops, if you know him, shoot him, tell him that me and my pops don't work together no more. So that's why he didn't contact him. So if Eric wanted to talk about something, talk to me about it. I don't know what that may be, but we could talk.
Oh, definitely. I'll give you a call a little bit later. He's a trainer. He trains in Brooklyn. Yeah, he worked. Okay. You know, he works for multiple fighters.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I'll give you a call later, definitely for sure. And then I'll link you up with Cano too. Get you his number. But
I know
I'm sure you guys spoke before.
I know. He told me. I seen the comments.
Okay, bet.
Hell yeah, but link me up with him though for sure.
Yeah, no, most definitely, man. Most definitely, man. You're good, dude. You're gonna be at the fights coming up. Are you gonna go to Keith Cologne's fight in February 1st? Is in Newark.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
my boy, I gotta go.
I'll most likely be there.
Hell yeah.
Cool. And then I know you'll be there February 14th. I know that you usually
they gave me tickets. You know what I'm saying? Like Top Rank shows me love, but they treat I got so many promoters. Like I was on the phone with Kevin Rooney. You know Kevin Rooney, right? From the Zone.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought I was signed to Top Rank. He was like, yo, you signed to Top Rank? I'm like, no, I'm not. Like, he was like, oh, but they treat you like you are. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know what's going on. You guys treat me like I'm signed to you too, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. So
yeah,
I want to be signed to one of y'all. Like, well, let's make the best man. I don't know. Yeah. Eventually, y'all gonna be fighting for me. Put it like that.
Okay. Yeah. No, definitely. Bless you. Definitely, we're gonna link you up. He knows Keith Cologne as well, man, and and he sparred, and you sparred with Keith Cologne many times, yeah. So. No, definitely, man. You got to take advantage of this. We got to get you more fights. You deserve it. You're one of the top fighters, I believe, at 130. And obviously, I'm a little biased because, you're from the Bronx, right? And we don't have many fighters out here. You know what I'm saying? So like
I'm saying, I'm okay with, but I like bias and not like I'm okay with, like, say, people like you guys coming on to me and critiquing me, telling me what's this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a type that I critique myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with opinions, you know what I'm saying? I don't shy away from those things. And I just feel like that I deserve to be signed like these other fighters out here and guided a certain way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I tell you what, man, and I said this before, when we was at the Shakur fight, I mean, I got to sit next to you for a lot of the fights, and you was basically breaking down the fights as they were going on. You're saying, watch out for this.
Believe it or not, before Conceição fought Oshaki, like I already thought about how would I beat Conceição. Like, what would I do if I was in front of him and I would just play the fight 12 rounds, like what I would do to do this and that. I'm that type of guy, bro. I'll be up to like 3-4 in the morning watching boxing. Like I'll be turning off my phone. And when you guys be messaging me, I don't be seeing it because I turn off my phone and I go to sleep because I'll be watching boxing all day, bro. Like I have a problem, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the reason why I'm able to do those things with you. Like when I'm at a fight, bro, like I try to break it down, but like, how would I beat this dude? I know him. How would I beat him? I would do this. And this would
Clarence was
that day I was telling you that.
Clarence wants to know what gym you're working at now.
Honestly, right now I'm at a gym called Bronxchester. But I'll be moving around, bro. I'll be going everywhere, sparring everywhere.
Yeah.
Doing a bunch of stuff.
I know you work with Vargas's brother sometimes here in Fordham, right? Because he has a gym around here.
He gives me pass. Yeah, I'll be going there too. I'll be getting pass.
Yeah. Carlos, right? Yeah. He's good. I want to go over there too. Clarence has been there too. I got to go see what's up with him.
Oh, to that call. I think I've seen Clarence over there.
Yeah. So for sure. So
I'll be over there every now and then. Just let me know when y'all over there. I'll go over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check him out. I'll probably hit him up. Maybe not this weekend because I gotta do some stuff, but probably in a couple weeks or something. So
I was just with Carlos yesterday. Me, Carlos, Mac, we just went to some gym yesterday at Pelham Manor.
Yeah.
And we was over there just beating up on everybody over there. We was having small wars yesterday, bro. We was having fun.
Yeah, Carlos is crazy, man. Carlos is much different than Josue. Him and Josue are like different. Like
that was a good way to say that, bro. Carlos, if you have to give him a characteristic, that nigga crazy.
Yeah, he is. He's nuts. Well, he's a cool dude, though. He's definitely good people.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, and he's definitely like the loudest one in the crowd when he goes to the fights.
What? Every fight, bro, that I've ever fought that Carlos was there, which was like my last 6 fights, bro. Bro, Carlos is talking shit to my opponents, bro.
I was about to say
that. They're walking out.
And they give him attention too, which is crazy.
In the ring, if you watch it on ESPN, if you watch it over my last fight, the guy that I was fighting pointed at Carl, said, "Watch this."
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I be telling Carlos, I'm like, yo, Carlos, you realize it's like what Terrence Crawford told Earl Spence before the fight, his crowd, his people. He's like, yo, you gotta understand that y'all talk shit and it makes it worse for him. I'm like, yo, Carlos, relax, bro. Like, I'm gonna fight him, bro. Like, chill out. You ain't fighting, bro. Carlos is hilarious, bro.
Nah, man, Carlos is good, but that's the funniest part, that for some reason, like the opponent you're fighting, he gives Carlos attention from where he's sitting at. And I was just like, yo, look at this guy. Crazy,
Carlos, but you need somebody like that, bro. Everybody's team has somebody crazy, bro.
Yeah.
If you ever watch Devin Haney's like his episodes that he puts on his YouTube channel, there's always that one guy that he has always talking shit during the spar session to knock you off the game. And bro, that shit works, bro. Me, I'm a mentally strong guy. Like when you talk shit, I get competitive, so I'm okay with that. But there's certain fighters out there, they don't like that, bro. And Carlos is a good guy to have value to do those things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you got to know what you can't do that in front of a guy like me, because that is going to turn me up and it makes it worse for him. So just be quiet and move. I'm a guy that I'm quiet. I don't talk shit, bro. Like, especially at a weigh-in, like you could say, like the last fight, I forgot what he said to me. He said something in my face, and I smiled at him and I was like, "I'll see you tomorrow." And like I shook his hand, because I'm like, well, I don't know why we talking. It's like I'm gonna punch on you tomorrow. So it's like, what are we saying this for? Like it's pointless.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Wow.
You signed, I signed. You can't back out unless you don't get paid, bro.
Yeah, no, that's true. No, you're definitely quiet until you get to know you. You're a little clown too. I think Sock rubbed off on you the wrong way. So
whoa, bro. Sock ain't rub on me at all. That was crazy. That was crazy.
And you did say you know what? I'm not even gonna say what you said earlier about Sock. You know what? But yeah, because that will be
what I said earlier.
You said that he's a freak.
Oh yeah, bro. Listen, bro. That's look. You notice something, bro? He didn't even comment after that.
No, he didn't. I haven't seen him. This guy.
You see, right? I'm trying to. He shied away a little bit from that.
He's the worst. He should be up in here. He's like, I don't want to be objective. Clown, man. What's wrong with this dude?
Now you know what it is. I understand. I understand him though. He shows me mad love, and Sakan would never come up here and say like anything bad about me. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why he doesn't want to.
Sock is another journalist.
Like journalists, they're supposed to come out here and critique you.
Yeah.
And like get things out of you and stuff. He's not gonna do that. But he'll do it like in private though. Like he'll tell me in private.
Yeah. No,
Sock
definitely.
Watch me spar before. Sock, all that stuff. Yeah. So.
No, and he's one. If it's not Carlos, Sock is the second loudest one. I mean, I don't know. I remember one of Ishmael's fights. Ishmael Villarreal. One of his fights, it was ridiculous how loud he got. He stopped the guy in the Barclays. I forgot, and he was the underdog in that fight.
I know you're talking about.
And Sock was the loudest one. Oh my!
This is my boy. So that's another dude that needs to get more opportunities, bro. They playing with him.
Ishmael, I know he
has to take the B side. That's what I was talking about. Like he takes a B side fight, he'll win the fight but lose, because these guys are protected. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's fighters like that. It's like, come on, bro.
Yeah. But yo, man, Sock, said Pause City, clown.
Oh, he's here.
Yeah, so he's Bronx Bomber Palmer. That's Sock.
He's alive. Yo, anybody got any other questions before I head out here?
No, that's it, bro. I'm gonna give you a call in like a few minutes after I close this up. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for coming on. I'm gonna see you next week, most likely.
No, bro, I appreciate you, bro.
No.
Yo,
Stop.
Shout out to everybody's on here. Keep doing your thing. I appreciate you guys, bro. Yo, especially D Free, because he gone. He left. He left without saying goodbye, bro. That's crazy.
Nah, look. Nah, wow. He said his internet's acting up.
Nah, I know.
Yeah.
I seen that earlier.
That DC internet is not that good. So
yo, everybody have a safe. Just be safe and just stay tuned. Because when I'm fighting, you know how everybody gets. So we know how everybody gets. So yeah.
You already know.
Let's go. Appreciate
all
you,
the best,
later,
bro.
bro.
All right, likewise. Be safe. All right.
Later. Yo, Sock, stay a freak.
Oh man, that's Ofacio Falcon, 12-0, 6KO, super featherweight. Look out for him. Supposed to be fighting March 16th. That is a Sunday. He'll be fighting on the undercard of Caleb Walsh on 360 Promotions in Madison Square Garden. So and then his Instagram, you can follow him on Instagram. That's his Instagram right there below, and you can follow him there. Good dude, great guy, and he's a great fighter, man. Watch some film, watch some old fights with him. He's really slick, really good fighter. Just helped out Shakur and for his fight against Floyd Schofield. I mean, I can't say anything, but great things about this guy. So follow him. So I'm gonna go give him a call later. I appreciate everybody that came through. Much love to you guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. We'll probably go live Friday night, talk a little football with D Free and the rest of the football fanatics. So be safe, everybody. Have a good night.